Hey, what's up everyone? In today's video, I'm going to be going over how I went from level 1 to 99 in under a month with my Paladin. I'm also going to be going over what I did for leveling, what items I found, and which terror zones I thought helped me the most throughout the process. So before we begin, if you could please like and subscribe my video to help me grow, I would greatly appreciate it. So I wanted to challenge myself and see if I could go from 1 to 99 in under a month without playing non-stop. I know they made it way easier to level now than they did in latter season 1 when I hit 99 with my druid, but still a little challenge I wanted to do. I chose to accomplish this with the Paladin for a couple of personal reasons, so without any more delay, here's what I did. I started my challenge a couple weeks after the season started. First thing I did was get my character rushed. I saved my normal and nightmare ancients. At level 98, they give you a total of 21 million experience, so that comes in handy once you start getting the feeling of burnt out at the end. You get 1 million experience for your normal ancients and 20 million for nightmare. It can also save you a couple hours of gameplay. Once that was rushed, I went back to Act 4 Hell and did Chaos runs up until level 60. After 60, I went and did my Hell Ancient so I could do some Bale runs. I then split the games between Chaos and Bale runs depending on what were available when I was looking, and I did this up until about level 80 or 83-ish. Once I hit around 83, I started hosting my own Bale runs. I'm sure some of you were in my Bale and Chaos runs and know just how fast they were. If you were, comment below and let me know. My Bale runs were averaging about 2 to 2.5 minutes. I was skipping Bale. At that low of a level, the experience and time versus games ran is not worth doing Bale, just the waves. You get more experience that way and get more games done. I did Bale runs up until around level 95. At 94, you unlock the level 96 Terror Zone, but you still gain decent experience doing Bales at level 95, especially with how fast I was going, so I just continued with that. At this point, depending on what Terror Zone it was, I would split them between the Bale runs and the Terror Zones. So for runs like the Chaos Sanctuary, if it was the World Stone or Tal Rasha, I would definitely pause on my Bale runs and go knock those out. I would do public games, try to get people to stick together, because if you stick together, the more experience you get. So if you're going to do terror zones and you join public games and you are the public, please try to stick together. It will do you wonders in gaining experience. Once you hit 96, convert to full-time terror zones. Do this until level 99. The amount of experience you gain here versus anywhere else is unmatched, especially the higher up you go. Certain zones you can gain a crazy amount of experience in an hour, which I will go over here in a minute. But don't worry about doing top 2 for Bale or anything like that. That's obsolete now. Focus on terror zones and speed. When doing zones, try to focus on the elite packs and champion packs. They offer you the most experience you can get. And if you're going to do trash mobs, which are just regular monsters, try to make sure it's like a big cluster of them and not just like a random stray. If you go for a random stray, it's just not worth the time chasing these. And finally, if you saved your normal and nightmare ancients like I mentioned in the beginning, get to level 98 and the experience that I have up on the screen and go do both of your ancients. This will get you to that level 99. If for some reason you did your ancients or you had to because it was fresh off the start for ladder, then just continue doing terror zones and you will get to level 99 shortly. So now it's time to talk about the terror zones. These are the terror zones that I believe helped me the most, so I'm just going to go talk a little bit about each one. So first up will be the Chaos Sanctuary. Hands down, it's the best and the quickest. We would average less than a minute a game. I would teleport to the star, TP, and go hit the seals. Stay kind of in between while people killed the trash, and me and my brother would kill the seals. I would do this for all of them and then skip Diablo. Again, it's time versus experience. The more games you can fit in, the better. Next up would be Tal Rasha's Tomb for me. If you get a good group and stick together for all 7 tombs, you will gain at least 4 million a game at 98, and that is a lot of experience, believe it or not. If you execute properly, you can manage between 16 and 20 million an hour at level 98. Next up, I would say would be World Stone and the Throne. If you get a good private group, you can tackle the elites pretty quickly going through the World Stone. If not, just do public runs and just do the waves. You still get a lot of experience. I think it was about 500,000, 600,000 minimum a game at level 98. I would like to mention, if the level has mummies, say like the World Stone 2 has a group of mummies in it, take the time and kill the mummies, as they give you the most experience in the game. This would benefit you greatly, especially the elite packs of mummies. It just gives you an insane amount of experience. So if you're in the game, take the time, clear the mummies, and then keep going. Next up on my list would be Flayer Jungle. It has great monster density and it gives really good experience, and you can clear it in roughly about 4 minutes if you're going pretty good. After that, I would have to say the Catacombs. Again, great monster density, a lot of elite packs, and you get to kill Endariel for drops. Next up would be the Dry Hills and Halls of the Dead. Here I just do the Halls of the Dead and skip the Dry Hills. The levels aren't too massive and you could clear them fairly quickly. I would just get the Halls of the Dead level 2 waypoint and then start clearing that. And if you come across level 1 or level 3 first, just go down there, clear it, come back up, finish level 2, and then go to level 1 or 3, whichever you didn't hit, and then knock that one out. You could do them pretty quick runs, and it's a decent amount of experience. At least 1 million to 1.5 million in about 3 minutes per game. And last on my list, I would have to say Rocky Waste and Stony Tomes. There's a lot of levels that are pretty much equal to this, but I just put this as my last one on my top tier list. Again, you could clear this level pretty fast and it's not super big. These are the terror zones that I believe help me reach level 99 the fastest, and they have the most effect of gaining the most experience. Now it's time for the items I found on my journey to 99. So I'm going to start with the high runes. I managed to grab 11 high runes. 4 of them were Vexes, 3 Ohms, 2 Lows, a Ja, and a Zod. I put the location just to show you where I got them at. And on top of that, I found a Gull rune, 3 Ist, 3 Mal, 6 and 6 Pol. For the Sunder Charms, I'm only going to list the perfect ones that I found because I found a lot of these. So I found 4 perfect fire, 3 perfect lightning, 3 perfect physical, and 2 perfect cold. Other charms that I found, starting with the Skillers, I found 2 Warcry Grand Charms, an Elemental Charm with 9 life, Martial Arts, Trap, Poison Bone, Paladin Combat, Barb Combat, Curse, Masteries, and then a ton of 18 through 20 life small charms. I also found a lot of 11% single element resist small charms, and some cool lightning, fire, and cold damage small charms with a lot of damage on them. For the unique items I found a Crown of Ages, a 5/5 lightning die facet, a BK ring, T-Gods, Nature's Peace, Ariots, Ravenfrost, Nightwing, Carrion Wind, Arachnids, Trex. I found a bunch of stuff. I missed a lot of good stuff though. And for my last item, it was so close to being amazing. I found Maiden Javelin with +3 to skills and 40 IAS. I wish it was +6, but it's still pretty good. So this was my ladder season 3 journey from level 1 to 99 in a month, how I did it and what items I found. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could, please give me a like and subscribe to help me grow. I would greatly appreciate it.